Hey guys, so I did a poll last week asking you what you wanted me to talk about, and the majority of you voted for talking about my morning routine, because I feel like I've got my morning routine pretty nailed. I get up between 5 and 6 a.m. every day. I get up early. You can get so much done in 1 hour, in half an hour, before everyone else is awake. And I cannot tell you, like, that in itself, just waking up early, whilst the majority of people, if you got up at 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m., 95% of people that you know will still be fast asleep. So you can get so much done without any distractions, without any, anyone WhatsApping you, without any emails coming through. You can just sit there and do what it is that you want to do. You want to set your alarm. Make sure you've set your alarm before you go to bed, obviously. And what will happen is, eventually, this is what happens to me, I wake up before my alarm even goes off now, even if I don't want to be waking up. Like, even if it's the weekend and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a little lay-in. It gets to like 5 a.m. and I just wake up and I look at the time and I'm like, and it's like 5:07. I'm like, for fuck's sake. I do tend to go back to sleep if it is the weekend, but you will just naturally, your body clock will just change and you'll get used to it. So set your alarm and get out of the habit of hitting the snooze button. You just don't want to be hitting that snooze button, okay? Get yourself out of that habit. There's a really great book called The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins, which basically, to summarize it, you probably heard me talk about this before, but if there's anything that you struggle with doing in life, for example, waking up in the morning, I know that's a big one for a lot of people. It has been for me for a long time, up until, the last kind of year or so. And it just teaches you the simple thing of literally counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get out of bed, just get it done, okay? And you can apply that to everything in life. It doesn't have to just be your alarm, but waking up in the morning, this is like just the best way to do it. You just count down from 5, you get up and you're out, you start your day. And by getting up early as well, you are just proving to yourself that you can do it. And that is how new habits are created. That is how your self-worth is increased. Giving yourself things to do which are out of your comfort zone. If you're used to getting up at 6:30 or 7 or 7:30, whatever time it is you're used to getting up in the morning, the thought of getting up at 5 a.m. is probably like, oh my God, how am I going to do that? But by changing the way that you do things, which you are totally capable of, because we are capable of doing anything that we want to do, we just have to decide that we're going to do it. By doing that and by changing your routine and by changing your habits, you are showing yourself that you are capable of doing it, and your self-worth and the way that you value yourself will literally just go like this. It will just rocket, okay? So as well as all the other benefits that you're going to get from waking up early, it will just make you feel incredible, and you're going to just be like, yeah, I can do that. Right, so your alarm's gone off, you're out of bed, okay? The first thing that I do, and I cannot recommend this enough, so your alarm goes off, you sit up, you turn to the side, and you're going to get out of the bed, right? When my right foot hits the floor, I say thank, and when my left foot hits the floor, I say you. So the first thing I do as I'm getting out of bed is say thank you. I don't know about you, but when I wake up in the morning, I need a wee. Bad. So I go to the loo straight away. So from getting out of bed and saying thank you and all the way to the toilet, which is not very far at all, but I don't know, a good 5-second walk, I say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just that whole little journey, I just say thank you out loud. And that is just raising my vibration, setting my day, starting it off in the way that I want it to be. Okay, next thing I do is down a big glass of water. Now, I actually drink, this is 1.5 litres. I drink between 2 and 3 of these a day. You want to be drinking at least 3 litres, which is 2 of these a day. Okay, so first thing in the morning, down some water. It will just, you get dehydrated when you sleep, so drinking water as soon as you wake up will just make you feel more awake, more fresh, more alive. And then I used to go into my living room, but I've now got my new office space, which I'm just obsessed with it. I just sit here and I'm just like, oh, this is so nice. Distracts me from actually doing my work, so I'm just staring at it. But come to my office space, I've got candles, it's a really lovely space to be in. It makes me feel calm, it makes me feel focused. So if you haven't got a journal or just a notepad of any kind, it doesn't have to be a fancy journal, just a notepad of any kind, make sure you get one before you start this process if this is all new to you. So I have my big notepad. This is my morning journal, and literally this whole thing, if I just show you the amount that is in here, right? This notebook is only maybe, I don't even know how old, but every single morning I write an entire A4 page minimum. The first thing I do, minimum A4 page of what I am grateful for there and then, in that moment. Okay, so you start by saying, I am so happy and grateful now that, or I am so happy and grateful for ... and you list off everything that you can think of that you are so happy and grateful for. Okay, now the things that you write that you're grateful for can be as big or as small as you want them to be. There's no right or wrong here, okay? So it could be something as big as, you know, maybe you've just met like the dream man or the dream woman and you're in a relationship with the most incredible person. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the new job promotion that you've just got. Maybe, you know, whatever. Maybe you've reached a goal weight in your, you know, in your weight loss journey. Like whatever can be as big or as small. Or it could be something like, I'm so grateful for this pen that I'm writing with. I'm so grateful for the fact that the sun is shining. It can literally be anything you want. And what I really want to encourage you guys to do as well, if you've been experiencing anything that isn't necessarily something that is making you feel good, and I'm going to give you an example because this is the first thing. It's funny that this is the first thing that I've written ever in this journal, but there are things that happen in our life which don't feel good, which we don't feel grateful for at the time. So it's so easy, guys, when you're feeling shit about something, or if something bad happens or something that you're not expecting happens, it's very easy to get caught up in that, oh, it's happened to me again, or why me? These things always happen to me. And you get into this really crap routine, basically. It's a habit of feeling sorry for yourself and not wanting to see anything positive because everything's so bad. And, you know, life happens. I write about this all the time in my post. Life happens. Shit happens, okay? But it's normal to feel those feelings of sadness and worry and feeling anxious and feeling scared. It's normal to feel those things. Let yourself feel those things, but it's about snapping out of it as soon as you can and looking at it in a different way, from a different perspective, and looking at it and being like, what has happened in that situation, which I can take as a positive and which I can move forward with in a positive way. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. This is the first thing that I've ever written in this new notebook when I bought it. Today, I'm so happy and grateful for the strange and anxious feelings that I've been experiencing over the last few days. Today, I feel totally fresh and cleansed, and I know that amazing things are coming my way as I write this sentence. Okay? So, you know, I'm not somebody who often experiences anxiety. I used to be. Few years ago, anxiety was a big thing for me. Recently, over the last few years, I've overcome that, and I rarely have these feelings. So when I do have any feelings of anxiety and worry and stress, I'm like, oh my God, like, why is this happening? And I start to freak out a little bit, and then I realize I bring myself back to it, and I'm like, it's fine, chill. But when I was feeling those things, I'm not going to be sitting there going, oh my God, I'm so grateful that I feel this way. Like, obviously not, because it's a shit feeling. But let yourself feel that way. And find the good in it. Just find the good in it. Even if it's fucking hard to find the good in it, find something good that has come from that situation, because there always will be, okay? So the reason why you write your gratitude first thing in the morning is because, like when I got out of bed, when I get out of bed and I say thank you, you're raising your vibration, you're feeling grateful, and we as humans attract what we feel. That is a fact. It is a fact. So if anyone's watching this and is thinking, oh, that's all bollocks, it's really, trust me, the sooner you accept that that is the reality, the better your life is going to be, okay? Energy, all we are is energy. Energy is everything. So if you're feeling shit, you'll be sending out shit vibrations, and you'll be attracting shit into your life. Facts, okay? If you're feeling amazing, or not even amazing, if you're just feeling good, if you're feeling positive, and if you're feeling grateful, you will be sending out feelings of positivity, energy which is positive, and you will attract. Okay, so once you've done that, you're then going to write another gratitude list, but this time it's going to be about things which you want to happen in your life. So not things which you're currently grateful for that have already happened or that you're currently feeling, but things which you want to happen in your life. So, for example, let's say this weekend I want to close 2 new deals, okay, in my business. So I would wake up in the morning and I would write something like, I am so happy and grateful now that I have closed 2 amazing deals this weekend. I've now got an extra £5,000 in my bank account, and I'm so excited to see the rest of the deals that come in later in the week. for example. Just totally made that up on the spot, okay? But these are the kinds of things which you want to be writing. So you want to be writing everything in the present tense as if it has already come to you, okay? So write a whole list. Think of anything that it is that you want in your life. It doesn't have to be work related. It could be, I'm so happy and grateful now that... Now, the reason why we do these is because, again, it's raising our vibration and we are convincing ourselves that this has already happened, okay? So our brains, I don't know if you know this, but so in your brain, you've got your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is what we are in control of, okay? We can decide how we want to think. We can decide how we want to feel. We can decide what information comes into our conscious mind. Our subconscious mind is something that we actually have no control over. Okay, so information that we give ourselves, whether we're aware of it or not. So, you know, I've spoken about this before as well, like the stuff that you watch, the things you listen to, the conversations that you have, all those things come into our subconscious mind, and it's our subconscious mind which rules our life. Okay, so because our conscious mind is what we are actually capable of controlling, we need to use this at like our full advantage. And rather than using it to what most people tend to do and do things like create arguments in their head, expect the worst, visualize the worst. Oh my God, that's so going to happen. That's what that person's going to reply when they call me. Oh my God, they're going to give me bad news. This is what most people do, right? Instead of using it for the negative, use it for the positive and just tell yourself shit. Make stuff up that makes you feel good. Because what will happen is you're telling yourself stuff which makes you feel good. Your brain will then start to think this stuff is real, but you have to do it on a repetitive basis. Your brain will start to think this is real. You will start to feel those feelings of amazingness and wonderfulness that these things would make you feel if they were here with you now. You then send out that vibration of greatness and amazingness and wonderful things. And guess what? That then comes into your life, okay? This stuff... Now, the next point I want to make here is when you're doing your gratitude, any of your gratitude, you have to really feel that feeling of gratitude, okay? If you just sit there and just write, I'm really happy and grateful for this pen. I'm really happy and grateful for my job. If there's no feeling of actual gratitude, you're absolutely wasting your time. Just don't bother doing it at all, okay? You have to have the feeling because it's the feeling that is going to create results with anything, okay? So most of you, I'm sure, are familiar with the law of attraction. Now, the law of attraction obviously is a thing. It's a massive, massive thing. But what is bigger than the law of attraction is the law of vibration. And the law of vibration is your feeling, okay? So if you're not feeling it, the law of attraction is a load of bollocks. You have to have the law of vibration in there. You have to be working with the vibration in order to then create the attraction. Okay. So if any of you are into the law of attraction and you're like, oh, but you know, I'm doing this, but nothing's working and nothing's happening, just have a word with yourself and just ask yourself, are you really, really feeling those things? Are you really feeling them? Because if you're not feeling them, it's not gonna come. You have to feel it. You have to send out the same vibration. If you're just writing things and just saying things, but in the back of your mind, you're not feeling it and you're feeling the opposite, you're not going to make any changes in your life, okay? So that is the gratitude. After the gratitude, I then go on to my affirmations. Okay, so an affirmation is a positive statement which affirms something about yourself, about your life, and it's just a statement which confirms these things, okay? So I'm going to read you some of mine. I am strong. I am powerful. I am worthy. I am the creator of my life. I work hard every single day and I'm doing my absolute best. Money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. If you know about Bob Proctor, you know that is the one that you want in your life. I am confident. I am healthy. Some of these are a bit personal, so I'm just seeing what else is on here. Yeah, those will be the ones that I'll be sharing with you. The others are a bit personal. We're not quite at that level yet, guys. But that's so you can get a bit of a feel of what kind of things you want to be saying to yourself. So what do you want to be telling yourself? And with your affirmations as well, really, you want to be saying these out loud. And a really good way to do this is often people are like, oh, when am I going to have time to do that? Like, don't get me started on the no time stuff. We all know how I feel about that. But do it when you're in the shower, okay? When you're in the shower, just say your affirmations out loud. So it could be things like what I've just said. They can be very goal specific. So if you're, you know, something business related and you're trying to achieve something, you know, maybe hit a new promotion or whatever, just really, really, again, have that feeling of feeling like that is the real truth, okay? And just remember, your brain doesn't know. Your brain doesn't know if it's real or not. So just go with it. Just have fun with it and make this an enjoyable process, because this is what this should be. It should be fun. It should be, you know, something which you can do every single day, which you know is going to benefit your life in so many ways. Okay, so gratitude and affirmations, all of that together shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes. Okay, there's a really good link. Actually, you can just search for it on YouTube. Type in Bob Proctor countdown. I think that's what it's called, Bob Proctor countdown. And it's a 10-minute countdown timer, and it gives you really nice little calming music which you can put on your laptop or on your phone whilst you do this. There's a couple of other exercises on there as well. It asks you to do a couple of other things if you want to. I don't do those other exercises. I literally just use it for the music. Or you can just, you know, find any kind of 10-minute calming whatever track on YouTube that you like or on your phone and just have it on in the background. And then that's it, 10 minutes, and that's done. Okay, so the next thing I will do is a short meditation. So if you've never done meditation before, don't worry. I really, really, really recommend it. The main reason to meditate, in my opinion anyway, and for like the most beneficial part of it for me, is that it just gets you into a calm state of mind, which means that you're open to receiving these things which you've just written about. Okay, so you've done your affirmations, you've done your gratitude, do a little meditation, go on YouTube, find, you know, 5-minute guided meditation, 10-minute guided meditation, do it for a bit longer if you want, find whatever you want, and just try and get into that state of calmness. There will always be a meditation online. YouTube is a godsend. So yeah, meditation, highly, highly recommended. If you haven't done it before, take a look. I promise you it will just change things in such a positive way for you. So meditation, so let's say, right, gratitude, affirmations, meditation, that's around 15 to 20 minutes. After that, I then spend about 20 minutes to half an hour studying. Okay, so studying whatever it is that I'm studying at the moment. So whether that's a course that I'm doing, maybe it's reading a book, maybe it's listening to an audio, maybe it is, I don't know what else, something study related. Okay, so I spend about 20 minutes to half an hour doing my study, and then after that I'll have a shower, get ready and start my day. Okay, so altogether guys, that is between like 20 and 40 minutes if you're studying as well. And I recommend always learning about something. So even if you're not doing a course, even if you're not, you know, you're like, oh, what could I study? Like, just find something which you want to learn about and study it. Like, it's really that simple. So guys, if you're getting up at 5 a.m, you'll have done all of that before 6 a.m, whilst the majority of people are fast asleep. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that you can get all of that done, which is going to have such a positive effect on your life. If you do it all the time, you've got to be consistent with this stuff, guys. You can't just do it once a week and expect magic to happen. You've got to be consistent. You've got to do this. You've got to make it a habit. So guys, that is a summary of my morning routine. Hopefully you found that useful. There is a really great book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. That, what I've just described there, is a miracle morning. That's what it's called, Miracle Morning. Look it up, get it on audio, read it. If this is something that you're actually wanting to do, I recommend getting that book and reading it and like studying it. That could be the first thing that you're studying. Study that book and apply what is said in that book, which is basically what I've just summarized with some other bits and bobs as well, and just start applying that to your life, and your life will start to change. The only way that things won't change is if you don't actually do these things. And there's, as I said, there's no feeling behind what you're writing and whatever. But if you do this properly and you do it regularly and you make it a habit and you start really feeling these things and doing these things, I want you to put faith in me that this is going to really, really help you. Okay? So that is all from me. Hopefully you have found that useful. As always, with all of the information and content that I share with you guys, I'm here to help. Feel free to drop me a message, send me a DM, write a comment below. If you have any questions about anything, please, please, please let me know. I would love to share more with you. And yeah, set those alarms, guys. Get up nice and early.